at whatever point they come in at. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, great. So again, I'm Andre. I started Will and Tamara, so that makes me the founder and the person who runs things. And I want to thank you very much for coming to our affiliate info session. So in this session, I want to go over very quickly a kind of a bird's eye view of what Will and Tomorrow is, but then getting into the details of what it means to be an affiliate with us. The aim is to have this be a 40 to 50-minute session. And so it's going to be very interactive. Even if there were a lot more people here, the idea is for it to be interactive. Stop as we go, ask questions, so that at the end of the day, people are educated and can make use of the affiliate program. So these are the things that we'll cover in some measure in our program. Cool. All right. So let's start off by talking about the company. Will and Tomorrow was started in 2020 because we thought it would have been a good idea to get more people involved in making estate planning documents and making them easier, more affordable, more accessible for more Jamaicans. And so we took the traditional method of interacting with an attorney if you wanted a really good will, and we digitized the information gathering portion. We put that into our app, and then we also added a service element where once you have submitted your responses, the document is reviewed by the team of legal experts, and then it is passed on to you with clear instructions of how you should complete it. Because a will is something that does not require a lawyer to write directly, and a lot of the power as to what is included and how it is finalized rests in the person who is making the will, and this is the testator. So that's essentially what our company does. And our model is to use software. So it's really a software as a service type business. And we endeavor to make as many people have access to making a will and just understand how important it is. All right, so let me see if this will play.
How do you get someone who's super busy with life, like me, to think about something like making a will?
Before I learned about Will and Tomorrow, I had absolutely no idea how to even make a will.
Simple. Remind me why it's important and make it easy.
I never even knew it was so possible to make something so foreign to me so easy to do.
Go to www.willandtomorrow.com to write your will today.
All right, so we have an example there of someone giving their reaction as to how using Will and Tomorrow is easy. And what Carla is saying is basically what we think about all the time. How do we really get people to stop what they're doing and think about making a will? And making it easy is one big part of it. And another big part of it is educating people about the importance of estate planning. Are you still with me, Julene? Yeah. Julene?
Yes, I'm still here. Sorry.
No,
I wasn't sure if I turned my mic off or not.
That's fine. All right. So still on the company, I gave you an overview of what the company does. I showed you one of our videos as to, the emphasis on making things easy. And then I'm also like telling you a little bit about the people behind Will and Tomorrow. So there are 4 of us on the core team, and then we have contractors that help us with specific parts of the machinery, right? These people they cover design, which is very important to us. Strategy, which is design is what Rurel does. Strategy is what I do as a CEO. Legal stuff and educating people about legal stuff is what Shante does. And engineering stuff and building the product and making sure that our software does what it's supposed to do is what Ranil does. All right, cool. So people are real behind Will and Tomorrow. Okay, let me see if I can move this to the bottom. Yeah. So the company was just introduced. Welcome to those who are joining us. We've started, but we're not very far in. We're talking about the background of Will and Tomorrow. What we're doing, we really just help people to make their wills using our online platform. And now I'm going to be talking about the online platform. And the core of our online platform is wills. And so if somebody wants to be an affiliate, they really have to understand what it is that we're selling, right? What is the core thing that Will and Tomorrow trades in? And that's the online creation of a will. And a will is a document that specifies how you want the things that you owned while you're alive to be managed and distributed in your death, at the point of your death. It's a legal instrument that allows for transactions to happen after someone dies, and it is the last say that people have in this life. All right, so that's what we do. A couple things as to why Will and Tomorrow can actually work the way that we work is because wills need to be in writing, and we allow people to do that. People have to be of legal capacity, and we ask people those questions because clearly if you're using an online platform to do your will, you have to be someone who understands or has ability to read and make sense of the questions. Then the third line is similar to the second one. You have to be in control of your faculties, as well as be over the age of 18. And then you also need to make the will voluntarily. So you can't, if it is proven that the contents of a document were done under pressure or duress, then the courts will have an issue with that, and the instructions in the will might not necessarily be able to be carried out. And then also, a residuary clause is an important part of making a will, because there are things that will happen after someone makes a will, and you need to anticipate those things and put a provision in place so that those things are captured. For those who are joining us, welcome. Thank you very much for being part of our session. What we're doing is we're introducing everyone to the foundation as to what is Will and Tomorrow, what's our product. Our product is making wills online. And so we're kind of going through that. So we talked about what a will is. It's in writing, you have to be over 18, you have to be in charge of your faculties. But a will is also not a several things. So it's not just an audio message, voice notes, or even a video recording. It's not writing your information in a will form and not necessarily signing it or having witnesses sign it. It's not writing a letter and giving your wishes and just saying that this is now a letter that I'm leaving with all my instructions. If it's not properly signed and witnessed, then that does not hold up to become a will in the eyes of the law. And it's also not here word of mouth. People can't say that the wishes of this person was X, and so that is taken as the will. So Will and Tomorrow's product meets all of these requirements for being considered a will. And then another big part of what the product is, it's our website, how we interact with people, where people go to create an account, to go through the questionnaire, and to be able to give us their information for us to be able to give them back a document. All right. So since you are interested in understanding how the affiliate program works, we need to talk about how Will and Tomorrow makes money, because how we make money is how we're able to give you a return on sending us customers, which is just what affiliates do. So we have two main products right now. And because we're building a software, we have ambitions and we have plans, and we are working in the background to add other kinds of related products, but we're starting with what we have. And these two products are your phone-in will and your online will. If you've been on our website on the product page, you would have seen these two descriptions, because I basically just took a screenshot and dropped them on this slide. But what you'll notice is that we've priced the phone-in will higher than the online will. And does anybody, to make this thing interactive, does anybody want to come on the mic and tell me why you think the phone-in will is more expensive than the one that you do online? We did say we wanted it to be an interactive session. So anybody wants to hazard a guess? Why is it that the phone-in will is more expensive than the online will? And let me just explain what the difference is while somebody decides to tell us why they think it's more expensive. The phone-in will is a phone call, a scheduled phone call with a member of our team that takes you through the questionnaire. And then the online will is entirely self-served, where you create your account and you go through the questions yourself. I don't know if I answered the question, but if anybody wants to jump in, I'm going to just reiterate. Why do you think the phone-in will is more expensive than the online will?
I mean, you're essentially paying for somebody's time, so like you have to pay for the extra like attention that you're getting.
Exactly. Imagine not factoring in the cost of having someone on the phone with, say, for instance, my grandmother, who is very detailed. She's also a lot older than I am. And so she moves at her own pace. And she's so sweet that there is no way that you can imagine rushing her. So our phone-in will sessions are typically an hour at the low end and up to like an hour and a half. And if we see that it's going to an hour and a half, we know that people start having diminishing returns at that point in time. So we would even have to break and then come back another time. So that's exactly why the phone-in will is more expensive, because of the direct time involvement. All right, cool. So why have we decided to work on wills? I might have already mentioned it, but wills as a product, even though they're very tricky to sell because you can put it off forever, people don't find the urgency unless something has happened to create that urgency for them. But there are some things that we have been finding are good selling points. When we mention or we confirm for people that, a will allows you to do X, then that's one of the ways that we can help people to be to make a decision really quickly. So the will keeps you in control of your affairs and helps you to choose your beneficiaries. Outside of that, there is a whole system in place where the government has an act that allows people who die without a will, and they're called people who die intestate, to have to go through a process where, these rules are followed. The spouse is given the lion's share of your estate, then followed by your issue, which are your children, and then now your parents come back into the picture and they get a percentage. So there is a hierarchy of people who end up getting bits of your estate if you die without a will. And that process really takes a lot longer than if you have a will and you're going through probate. So when we bring these things to people's minds, it can help with people making a decision. So that's 1. 2. Another thing here is the point at which you make a will is usually an eye-opening point. You get to write down what you own and who you want to give them to. It allows you to assess your relationships, to think about your how well you're doing with the financial journey that you've set out for yourself. What do you need to be doing more of? How you feel about your legacy. A lot of these things come up, and it's better for you to have these conversations with yourself in the spirit of self-reflection and self-awareness than not to, and to leave things up for people to guess about when you're no longer around. All right. And so for that reason and what we are doing with Will and Tomorrow, we think it's an easy product to sell. Cool. Let me show you another video that we've created.
I think Will and Tomorrow is a fantastic service. I've already referred a few people, recommended that they start creating their will. It's a valuable and needed service. There are so many people that die without leaving a will. And making the process easier to understand and easier to actually follow through, I think will help people really start to take control of what should happen to their assets when they die, what they want to see happen, and avoid a lot of the legal challenges and family problems that do occur. So I think Will and Tomorrow is just so needed, and it's the right time for it.
Here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you.
What's happening? Oh, I know what's happening. 1 second, guys. How about that? Okay. Sorry about that. Just now, we are resuming our conversation. Okay. So under this idea of how Will and Tomorrow is said is that we are really focused on creating material, things on our website so that people can understand the process and so that they aren't left up to their imaginations when it comes to creating a will using Will and Tomorrow. So for instance, if someone is brand new to the idea of making a will, we have a free tool that we can send to them and that you can send to them as an affiliate to help them to start thinking about, like the information that they'll put into a will. So this prep list is on our website. You can get it by exchanging your email with us, or if you read one of the articles, it's linked there as well. And it allows somebody to download an editable PDF on their phone, tablet, computer, print it out, or do it on their iPad and just start to type in who they'll ask to be their executors, who they'll ask to be guardians of their underage children, who are the beneficiaries that they will want to include, and what are the assets that they have, and also start thinking about their final arrangements. So this is one thing that's freely available. If it is that you're having a conversation with someone and they'll say, boy, I want to do this, but I don't know anything about doing it, then you can share with them the resources page, which is next, as well as this particular guide. All right, so there's also resources. And then when people have invested in making the will with us, we send them a folder with the printed document to reduce the friction of people who don't have printers at home, or they might have an inkjet printer, but you want your will to be sort of water resistant. So you want it to be, what's the difference again? Inkjet, and then you have the other one that doesn't really bleed if water touch it. So we send you a copy that doesn't bleed if water touches it in this keepsake folder. All right, so all of that is on background, and now we're jumping into what does it mean to be an affiliate with Will and Tomorrow. All right, so
Actually, can I ask a question before you move on?
yes, please.
Is there like a central place in Jamaica where people keep their wills? Like, does the government have any place where you can send your will to have like a copy there?
Yes, there is. So the Registrar General's Department allows us to file any document that you want to be kept in a public registry, and wills are some of the more common ones. So you are able to pay 500 Jamaican dollars per legal sheet to have them put a copy of your document once it's signed and witnessed into their registry. And therefore, if people, I don't know what their motivation might be for some people, but some people want to know that it is stored outside of their home and it can be identified or located when that's available. So yes, you can definitely have a copy of your document stored at the Registrar General's Department if they so desire. Cool. All right. So yeah, becoming an affiliate with Will and Tomorrow is pretty straightforward because we do things through our website. What we're doing essentially is allowing you to create an affiliate account that allows you to get a unique URL And then that URL is what you will put on your blog, Julian, or share in your Instagram stories, Orlando, or, you know, maybe you are someone who has talks with people and you WhatsApp them and you can send them this link through WhatsApp. So whatever method you use to talk to people who you think might be interested in Will and Tomorrow, then it's the URL, it's the link, it's your own extension of the Will and Tomorrow website that you will post under a video review if you do that, or wherever you share the link. It's that link that will allow you your affiliate dollars to start rolling in. But before you get that link, you have to create an account outside of Will and Tomorrow's website with a third-party tool called Thrivecart. And Thrivecart just allows for the affiliate program to work. So when you go onto our page or Will and Tomorrow affiliate page and you've read all you've read and you're like, I'm ready to register, it will take you to the Thrivecart page, where if you haven't been an affiliate with Thrivecart before, then you will need to choose the option that says, I don't have a Thrivecart account. But if you are already a Thrivecart user for some other affiliate program, then you would log in and then you become a Will and Tomorrow online Will affiliate. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of what things look like, but to be very clear, we also want to give you a breakdown of what comes back to you for whatever referrals you send to us. So everyone starts off by being at the gold level, and there are just 2 levels right now to keep things really simple. The gold level is where you have referred successfully between up to 10 customers. The 1 to 10 customers, you are entitled to a 15% commission. So what that looks like is, let's use the online Will, for example, which is for $80 US, or the Jamaican equivalent. You get 15% of that back as your affiliate commission for that referral. So anyone who ends up on Will and Tomorrow because they clicked on your link, and I'll explain something about how long after you've shared the link and they've clicked on it, that person counts as your referral. But anyone who uses your link, clicks on Will and Tomorrow, decides to purchase an online Will, pays us $80, then $12 of that amount is yours. So if in the first 30 days, which is we pay out in 30-day cycles, in the first 30 days, you have successfully referred 6 people. If you're marked and you have referred 6 people and they've paid to make a will with us, then your commission over that 30-day period is 6 times 12, which is $72 US. But then what happens after you have referred 10 people at the point of in the example I'll explain to you, but once you refer 11 or more new customers, then you are now in the platinum level, where we want to reward you with 20% of the price that somebody pays us to make a will. So in our example, if you're Mary and in 30 days, in the first 30 days after you've started as an affiliate, you know, people have been clicking the links and you've been having conversations, and 12 of them, which is more than the 11 that you need to be at the platinum level, have decided to use us to make a will. Then what happens is that the first 11 people are calculated at the 15% rate, and then after that, the 12th person is calculated at the 20% rate, because that's where you are now. So instead of it being $12 per online will, it's now $16. But in addition to that, we also have a $100 US bonus just for getting at least 11 people in a 30-day period. So in Mary's case, because she's done 12 people in 30 days, her entire reward is going to be $248 based on the calculation that we have there. So this is usually the point at which we want to make sure people understand how commissions work, what percentage is available, all of those things. So if you want, we can come back to this at the end, which is the orientation, or you can ask questions about it right now. All right, we'll come back to it. Am I with everybody so far? Anybody wants to drop a question or a reaction in the chat so that I know that people are following with me, tracking with me? I really hope that's the case. All right, cool. Then now, imagine you have this business that isn't your primary business, because everybody is busy going about their life. This is like an additional, what you call it, income stream for them. And we need to make sure that you have as much information as possible, right? So what we've done is we've used Notion to create a kind of hub where we've put some of the things that you would want to utilize, you know, so kind of like, imagine a place where you can go and you can download all the assets that you need. You can do some more reading that's just for people who are affiliates, and you can get some digital tools to start your promotion journey. So that's what this is, our affiliate hub. In fact, I am going to open this up because it's one of the things that is good for us to see exactly what it's like. So if anybody's familiar with Notion, it's this like really big tool that you can do a bunch of things with. Within this page, you are able to access our logos, and we have guidelines as to how you should use our logos. Because of course, even though you are an affiliate, you aren't a Will and Tomorrow employee. And so there are, you know, special situations in which you might want to share our logo, and we will certainly have opinions as to how you can do them. One of the things though that we want you to use as freely as possible are the badges and banners, which are essentially these PNG files that you can download and you can add to your blog or your website, or you can create in Canva or Photoshop, depending on what kind of designer you are, some graphic, and you can attach this to it to say that you've been approved and you're an approved affiliate. And we have them in these 4 different colorways. All right, what else do we have in our hub? We also have some templates. I think these are really cool. So we have an example here where my picture is behind the cutout and the banner is on it as well. The badge is already on it. And then these ones are, this is a clear place, and you just choose a picture that you like. You put your picture behind it, and then you add a caption to kind of begin the conversation on social media, on your website, that you are a part of the affiliate program that we have going on. And you can choose ones that include your picture, or you can have like a static one that says, I am Will and Tomorrow approved affiliate partner. All right, what else do we have in our hub? There are a bunch more things there that you can read, and it's really just somewhere else that you can get information about what it is that we are here promoting. Okay, I'm gonna pause now for some Q&A because the idea is not to just bombard you with information that we think you might want, but we also want to make sure that what you want clarified is also clarified. So if there's anybody who has any questions, we'd love to hear them out right now.
Regarding the $100 one-time bonus, is that for like the first time you get to 12 persons, no matter when that occurs, or is it if you get the 12 persons within your first 30 days?
Right. So right now we are very much seeing where we want to incentivize people to get to 12 persons, or no, it's 11 persons within a 30-day period. We're very flexible because we're so small. So we're not going to be like, oh, if the period is like 31 days, then it means that it cancels out. We would never do that. But as of right now, we are encouraging, and it is set up that it's whatever 30-day period that has you getting at least 11 people to convert to customers, that we would apply the bonus to your account. So hopefully that answers your question. So we're not trying to say you can get to 11 people over a year and then you get a $100 bonus. That's not the point of the bonus, if that helps.
Thanks.
Cool, thanks too. Anybody else, any questions? So what I'm showing you now is the page on our website that is dedicated to explaining the affiliate program. We know that people might read this and get a very good understanding, but being in a session like this is meant to amplify your understanding. So right now, I'm so hesitant to admit iPad, but let's see if they'll give us any trouble. So right now, what you can do here is read up. It has the same information I just shared. I wanted to highlight the whole graduation from one incentive level to the next, because yes, we give you the $100 bonus for doing so within a 30-day window, but beyond that, we add more commission to it because, you know, we want to let you know that we really appreciate affiliates being a part of our journey. Cool. Then now let me show you really quickly, for those who haven't yet clicked from, oh my, I have to do this in incognito. 1 second. For those of us who haven't gone to willandtomorrow.com/affiliate and clicked on the join now button, then this is what it looks like, right? So in this page, there's another video here with Miguel, and you either select that you're new to Thrivecart, and so you have to sign up, or you had an account before and you are just logging in. So once you do that, you are creating your account here. And then it says that you should create your account. And then once you do that, within the back end, you will be seeing, you won't see much until it is approved, because we want to at least be able to do some light reading on the person who has applied to be an affiliate, and then indicate that they are a good fit, right? So yeah, so that's what the Thrivecart program looks like. All right, let me go right back over to finishing up with the prepared presentation. Cool. So if you've joined us and you've heard us talk about what Will and Tomorrow is, what the affiliate program is, it's meant to be really, if you decide to be an affiliate, or if you already are an affiliate and you have your link, it's about thinking about the people that you think would find value in Will and Tomorrow, shooting your link over to them so that even if they purchase next month or next week, it will count towards your affiliate referrals and you get that commission. So it's not about necessarily adding another full-time job or anything close to that. It's really, affiliates have grown in popularity because they allow for people to just add one more thing, to do a little bit of work, and hopefully get a tangible benefit from doing that. So if you've decided that, yeah, this isn't something that sounds too bad, the return sounds like it will add up, it will allow me to buy some, you know, something extra with the money, let me give it a go. Let me actually put some effort into it. So we've thought about that and said, hey, let's kind of give you an idea of what the next steps should be or could be for you. So the first thing is you'd have to apply to be an affiliate. Coming to our webinar is one thing. Signing up to register to get the Zoom link for our webinar is one thing. But being here today doesn't make you an affiliate. You have to decide that you want to do that. And I encourage everybody to do it because you're not paying to join our company. You aren't, you know, there are no strings attached. If you decide that you want to do this now and then you decide that you don't want to do it later, we pay you for the referrals that you've sent us, and you can pause your account. So yeah, so once you've decided to do that, you apply. We approve almost everyone once there are no glaring red flags. And then you kind of need to become aware of what Will and Tomorrow is and decide on your strategy. You know, some people have blogs, some people are big on social media, some people have very active WhatsApps, you know, people watch your statuses, people respond or open your messages in WhatsApp. You're a part of several groups, and if you pause and share something with them, then they'll actually check it out. So these are some ways that you can actually decide, this is how you're going to tell people that you're a Will and Tomorrow affiliate. And then once you do that, you need to go to the page on Notion, which we call our affiliate hub, to grab some of the things that you need. So, you know, if you're big into design and you want to design your own social media graphics, then you can grab our logo or grab the badge or grab the template and do your thing that way. We just encourage you to tag us. We will repost as well. Use our social media handles on all of the social media platforms. We are at Will and Tomorrow. So you are able to interact with us that way. Then another thing that we want to do is you'll see the link in the hub for you to join our Telegram group. The Telegram group is going to be really low key in terms of not as hectic as like a WhatsApp group that bombards you with messages. It's really about sending updates from time to time on a quarterly basis at least. We will be putting out a new incentive. So like how we have the $100 bonus for getting at least 11 people within 30 days. We will also be coming up with other kinds of bonuses, you know, whether they are cash bonuses, which we think will be the best idea, or they are something that is of high value that we can share with you that's more tangible. Then we will be thinking about those and kind of announcing a new one per quarter. And it's going to be up to you to see how best you can qualify for that. So our Telegram group will be one of the ways that we keep in touch with people who are affiliates. And if you don't know this, with Telegram, your phone number is not shared with anybody else who's in the group. It's probably just your Telegram user ID. And you don't have to worry about people, you know, having too much personal information about you, like the other affiliates, I mean. Then no, you can download the assets and start sharing the link online, which will be available in your Thrivecart account. And then we're always here for you to send us a message at any point in time through social media, through Telegram, or through WhatsApp. And then the next step also is for you to make money. So if people start as a result of today's conversation, then we're looking at the 15th of March will be the first payment period, or 30 days after your first successful referral is when your first payment is due. We should talk really briefly, but very importantly, about how do we send out payments. So we send you a form, like an Airtable form, for you to indicate your information, you know, your full name, and for you to choose which payment method works for you. Because we're expecting a lot of people to be in Jamaica, we have the option of sending the US dollars to your local US dollar bank account, or to send the Jamaican equivalent at the date that your payment is due to your local Jamaican bank account, or to send it to PayPal, or to send it to Cash App. So those are the 4 ways that we are able to send the funds that you earn through being an affiliate to your bank account. All right. So these are the next steps. I am at the end of our prepared presentation. We encourage everybody to follow us on social media. You will need to, because when you tell people about Will and Tomorrow and you share your personal link, there's nothing stopping you from also sharing our information, because you don't want to give people the idea that they're going to come to you if they have questions. They are very much our customer fully, even when they come to us through referrals. We will be there to answer their questions, to give them updates on their documents. When somebody fills out the form online and we have prepared a document and they've read it and they want to make adjustments, we provide them with support in that way. So while you are the bridge or you're the referrer, we are taking care of all of the customer service needs of people who use Will and Tomorrow. So when you follow us on social media, you're able to tell people, and they will know that for all of their questions or comments, they come to us. All right. So again, thank you very much for your interest in learning a bit more about Will and Tomorrow and our affiliate program. I'd love to get some questions so that people can benefit from whatever thoughts are running through your mind. Thank you, Jolene, for jumping in with your questions earlier. Thank you for the reaction that I got in the chat. But yeah, let's see. Is there any other question before we close out our session for the evening? Thank you all for turning up. Jolene, Latoya, Mars, Orlando, Shannon, Ajay, and Torian. Thank you all very much for showing up this evening for a session. Am I to take it that we are all clear? There are no questions. Everybody's able to jump on to our page on our Will and Tomorrow website and then head over to Thrivecart to create their accounts. All right, Torian agrees that they're able to do that. Respect, great, glad to hear that. Jolene also thinks that they're able to do that. Let me hear from the others. Based on what we've said, yes, Shannon thinks so as well. Thank you. And Orlando, of course, Orlando thinks so. Great, great. All right, everybody. Even though the conversation will end in this way right here, you can reach out to me or anybody else who manages our social media account on the day that you reach out to us. We will get your question, we will answer it, and we will do our best to support you as you consider and as you move forward being an affiliate. I'm personally very excited to get people that I don't know become affiliates. There are people here that I do know, that I recognize as having been previous customers of ours, which I believe puts them in an excellent position to refer us and to get a return on the word of mouth referrals that they probably are already giving us. So big up and thank you for your interest and your willingness to do that. I'll just say one more thing. Even as young people, and a lot of us probably consider ourselves to be young people, making a will is something that we should all consider, because one of the things that we don't do, because we're still working out how can we do it without it coming across as, like fair boating or being too morbid, but we don't sing on the unpredictableness. We don't make a big deal of driving fear into people and say, hey, you need to make a will because you don't know if today is going to be your last. All of that might be true, but we aren't interested in having our brand, Will and Tomorrow, associated in that way. We're really about thinking about your future positively and thinking about your future positively and being able to get people to have positive associations with making a will. So don't think about your age as something that that disqualifies you from making a will. I'm seeing a question in the chat from Shannon, and Shannon is asking, can I refer myself? Shannon, I am not sure how Thrivecart will treats with that in terms of if it will actually pick up your URL and credit the will that you make through that URL as a will that is done by you. What I can say is that our policy is to not frown upon that. There are some affiliate companies that would say you can't use your own affiliate link to get a discount on the will. But essentially, that's what it would be. It would be, you know, if you haven't made a will yet and you use our platform to make a will, which we encourage you to do, then you would be getting back, you know, that $12 or $16 if, you know, you're at the 20% level, because you yourself are a paying customer. So I'll tell you this, if there's anybody here who wants to make a will and wants to be, you know, rewarded and have that count towards their first 11, then send me a message. And even if by making it through the platform, you don't automatically get the return, we will manually apply that to your account. So yeah, I'm gonna add that as something to clarify upfront next time. So yeah, if you make, okay. So Orlando, who knows a bit about Thrivecart, says Thrivecart will not allow you to with your affiliate email. And that's the suspicion I have, that, you know, because they have a way of, people could actually use this to cheat the system. So I believe they have baked in a way of not necessarily counting your own IP address or your own email address towards your affiliate balance. But because Will and Tomorrow doesn't have a problem with it, what you would do is to say, you know, you have an affiliate account and you have decided to make a will with Will and Tomorrow. We'll do two things. We will apply your commission to your account, and we will also make sure that it counts towards the amount of referrals that you have within the 30-day period. So if everybody decides to make a will themselves using our account, then it means that you would have at least had one person to count towards your 30. And if you're like me, you're going to want to tell your parents about it. And if you have two parents alive and well, then that's two. And then if you work and you have colleagues at school or at work or wherever, you send this out to your church group, you have a nice blog, or you're on social media and you decide that you want to do something, then you can do that. You can also invite us to come and do a presentation on the importance of wills to your group that you have organized. We come in, we talk about it, you share your affiliate link to everybody who attends, and that's another way of getting people to be aware of your participation and get the commissions from those sales. So all of those options are open to you. I look forward to people messaging us and asking more questions, or just telling us about the ways that you will be utilizing your affiliate journey so that you can get the most out of it. Because I know that if there's a way for me to get a couple $100 more on my pay, I'm going to do it. So I really encourage everybody to do that. Thank you for making the time. We are closing out just before we get to the 1 hour mark. I want to thank Julene, who was here on time or early. I really appreciate it. And everybody who came on, joined us during the conversation, and stuck around to the end. You have my gratitude. Thank you very much. Follow us on social media. Send me a message. I look forward to interacting with you. Have a good rest of the evening. Bye-bye.